This video is not a normal review. This video is more of a rant than a review. I'll be just speaking out my mind. I don't have a script for this video. I'll be saying whatever that comes to my mind. Just recently, the episode 2 of Uzumaki was released and I have quite mixed feelings about it. I'll talk about it, but first let's talk about what Uzumaki is about. Uzumaki is a tale about a town named Kurujoso. I don't know if I'm butchering that name. I'm probably butchering that name. It's a town in the mountains inhabited by around 6,000 people. In this story, we follow Kiri and her boyfriend Suichi. One day, Suichi's dad suddenly starts to act strange. He starts to obsess over spirals. He starts to collect spiral-shaped objects to the point where his whole room is filled with spiral-shaped objects. Seeing all this, Suichi's mother becomes uncomfortable. So she throws away his dad's spiral collection in hope that his obsession with spiral will stop. But his obsession didn't stop. Instead, he starts to call spiral from within himself. He starts to twist his tongue into a spiral. He starts to roll his eyeballs into a spiral, and later he turns himself into a spiral, in process killing himself. That's the end of the first chapter. See, the town of Kurujiso is cursed with spirals, and we as a viewer watch as the spirals drives these people of the town into madness. We watch them as the spirals drives these people to become more monstrous and eventually drive them to their death. And that's what Uzumaki is about. It's a horror manga about a town that is cursed with spirals. Uzumaki is written and drawn by Junji Ito. Junji Ito is one of the most critically acclaimed horror mangaka, and I get why he is so critically acclaimed. He takes regular objects and transforms them into something horrifying, something that is uncanny. And he does that so well that even a grown man can get to experience fear as they did when they were a child. That's what makes Junji Ito different. His mangas are really scary. If you don't get it by now, I'm a huge Junji Ito fan. I have nearly read every manga that he have ever published. So when I heard about his most famous manga, Uzumaki, was getting animated, I was quite excited. But at the same time, I was quite skeptical about it. See, Uzumaki is not the first anime that is based on a Junji Ito's manga. The first Junji Ito manga that was animated was Junji Ito's collection. And mate, that shit was mediocre at best. That shit wasn't scary, it was funny, and I hated Junji Ito's collection. And let's be honest, we all anonymously hate Junji Ito's collection. Junji Ito's collection was unable to capture the uneasy feeling that Junji Ito manga were able to do. So when I heard a new anime on a Junji Ito's manga was getting animated, I was quite skeptical. On top of that, it was Uzumaki that was getting animated. Like, that is one of the most batshit crazy manga that I have read. So can you blame me for being cautious? I had no expectation with this anime. I thought it would be a bad anime. But then, out of nowhere, the first episode is released. And I was like, mate, let me give it a try. I will probably laugh at this, but let's just give it a try. And my fucking god, the first episode of this anime, it was mind-blowing. I was not expecting this. I was expecting nothing. But after watching the first episode, I knew this will be one of the greatest horror anime. It was just pure spectacle. It was pure dread. It captured the uneasiness of the manga so well. On top of that, the animation was so different in a good way, okay? It was different in a good way. I have never seen something like this done in an anime, and it got my hopes up. I went from expecting nothing to knowing it will be a great anime, which I still think it will be, even though the train wreck that was the second episode. This anime is a combination of 2D and 3D. At a first glance, I can bet you cannot say that this is 3D. Yeah, this is 3D. The only thing that gives out it's 3D is the character animation. Oh, you're asking why I'm talking about the animation? Cause these motherfuckers fuck up the animation in the second episode. How? You made such masterpiece as this, and how the fuck did you drop the fucking animation level to this?
Yuriko! Little bitch! Let's go!
Mate, what happened? How did this happen? See mate, I don't know a lot about animation, but one thing I know is that this animation needs a lot more tweaking. This does not feel like a complete product. It feels like it was rushed. This feels like the rough draft. The animation of this anime in the second episode feels unrealistic. And I'm not kidding. That's not how a person runs. I was invested in the story and all of a sudden I see this. Why, mate? I was so much immersed in the story. You just broke the immersion. What went wrong? I feel like I'm watching the anime version of scary movies. It's not scary. It's funny. What the fuck, mate? What happened? And then there is this fight scene. I just don't want to talk about it, mate. I know it is a hard scene to adopt without making it funny or fucking goofy as shit. But can't you do something different? Like, if you cannot make it horrifying, then make it fucking shonen action. Make the characters go flying and other stuff. That will make the fucking fight scene at least not boring. It was a boring fight scene. And mate, if you cannot do action scenes, then cut the fucking scene. Okay, make a different reason why Kiri gets a fucking haircut. This anime fight feels like a lame bigot hentai. I'm not kidding, it feels like some hentai that I'm watching in Ace Anime. This is supposed to be one of the best horror anime of this season. What the fuck happened? And the animation studio is the most passionate animation studio I have ever seen. They have made this art style that is so much perfect. It can capture the uneasy feeling of the manga so well. So why the fuck are you ruining the animation? I need to cool myself off. I don't hate this anime. Don't get me wrong, even though I'm ranting it, I don't hate this anime. Just because one episode was bad does not mean the rest will be bad. Yup, I'm drinking that copium. I think this anime has potential to become the greatest horror anime. The art style of this anime is so much different than any anime. It captures the original vibe of the manga. It is black and white, it has contra line. And that just makes the art style perfect. And the first episode animation was not bad. Okay, don't get me wrong, the first episode animation was a masterpiece. But the second episode, yeah, the second episode was a train wreck, but fuck it, mate. The third episode will be good. I can bet that. Okay, I believe in copium. I'm taking that copium. You take it too. See, mate, I really hope they don't ruin this anime. I really hope they make a third episode that will be a banger of a third episode. And I really hope that it will be more like the first episode. That's all I wanted to talk about. See, mate, I'm just scared, okay? I just hope this anime does not become something like Wonder Egg Priority. That's all I hope for. That's all I wish. That's it. I'm out.